Chicago, we are back and ready to go for another off season to set up a title defense. Obviously, the last episode highlighted by a frankly insane draft and the trade of Jason Robertson. And of course, now we focus on the task at hand. In this one, we of course have some UFAs. I guess we'll just sort by that and go the complete wrong way. Jesus. We have these UFAs, of course, that we're letting go of. No big deal there. It was the veteran depth that we brought in. Still have a bunch of RFAs, including Adam Fantilli, that we have to sort out. So there is that. And of course, we're going to get right down to business. Ryan Green already signed. Sam Savoy, Connor Roulette. Well, this worked out pretty well. A lot of those AHL level guys have re-signed, which is beautiful. And yeah, we, of course, are going to lose a decent amount of staff members. It pretty much happens every year, every couple of years. So let's see what we can do. I mean, obviously, there's a couple of B-minus options. Really only Greilinger, who we'd like to get rid of because the other guy's a goalie coach, which means it's actually pretty good for that rating. And we, first and foremost, have to try and secure the highest rated options that we can. That was whoops. All right. That was whoops. I highly doubt a lot of these guys are going to sign. If I wasn't doing this live, I'd just kind of go ahead and, I don't know, in some ways just jump cut it. But at the same time, I do know every once in a while people are like, hey, what was your method again? It's called don't play with owner mode on and give people a whole bunch of money. And that way, too, when people are like, hey, get a coach that fits the... Hey, by the way, remember when people said we needed a different head coach? Apparently not. Yeah, really, it just kind of comes down to, can we get the best coach available? So we'll see what happens there. Free agency. This could be a big one. Oh, my God. Could it? RFAs. At least the forwards, Fantilli is the top one. Peyton Krebs, Dawson Mercer. I mean, there's a lot of talent here. And nobody that we imagine, at least, we're going to be able to immediately go after. I mean, maybe the likes of Rogers. This Robertson guy's not bad. We have 37 contracts. What is the bare minimum? Or the most, I should say, excuse me, that you can offer somebody 1.699 for no compensation required. Okay, so technically you can't do that. It would be the tick under 1.7. So if we look at the RFAs again, by the way, in goal, there is Timothy Price and also Julius Sillinger. Interesting. And then defensively, we saw Broberg up there. I mean, Hovland, Odelius. There's quite a few players that we could just throw our name into the hat for. I highly doubt we get any of them, really. I mean, the AI do typically tend to sign, and that's just my way of further contributing to the AI not being able to manage their teams because, hey, why not? If they're going to be dumb, to make them pay for it. We have 3 goalies signed. Defensively, it's already interesting. Oh, boy. I think the best thing we can do is get the best players possible and then sort it out from there. So, for example, with Mr. Price in Montreal, 2-year deal, 1.675. If they accept that, cool. If they don't, well, then we have ourselves another goalie in the mix. Same for the defenseman. Honestly, even Reinbacher, I am going to offer every single one of these dudes a contract, and we'll just see what happens. Why not? It's either we get somebody half decent who might prove to be a decent fit. Obviously, we know we're already going to have to move people around. It's either we get someone who's a half decent fit for 2 years, pretty much seems to be the consistent deal, for 2 years at pretty damn cheap given our cap situation, or these guys get paid, which is nice, right? Yeah, we're about helping people. Nice little helping hand. Odelius. Ooh, you'd be a 3-year deal. Look at that. And again, someone like Del Mastro, guys like that, they might have to be moved out anyway, but we are just going to go for it. And then, of course, Lane Hudson, who, as I've mentioned before, yeah, based off a completed NCAA season, my God, once I put out my end-of-season roster update, yeah, I think he'll have a bit of a higher potential, but I wouldn't even mind picking him up. 2-year deal. And the funny thing is, cap-wise, like, we're going to be fine, even if a lot of these guys accept. And then Nordberg's the last one. This guy is not very good, but we do need AHLers, and I can afford to overpay for him. So let's see what happens there. Forward-wise, there's honestly more of these guys, including Rogers here, who would probably be worth actually giving up like a 3rd-round pick for. But again, we're going to see if all these guys can get paid or not. Gavin Brindley, go ahead and sign you up too. And we'll just see what happens, because UFA-wise, okay, that dude's a low 6 and kind of sucks. We'll avoid him. And then Latimer we don't need. Left wings. James. Oh, honestly, this James guy might not be that bad. He might not be. Honestly, in terms of UFAs, I can't really imagine who is going to be out there that we can actually afford. It's kind of our biggest issue. This Robertson dude. I think is that Tanner Robertson? Tucker. It was something like that. It was something with a T, obviously. T. Robertson. Let's go ahead, see if we can get him from Florida. Stramel. Who's to say? Currently with Washington. Sign him up, baby. Sign him up. This dude is 25, but we do have Bryce McConnell Barker. So again, at max, it looks like a 3-year deal offer. And who knows? Maybe I'm doing some. You know what? No, I was about to say, who knows? Maybe I'm doing some of these guys a favor and like, oh yeah, you're getting paid, so the AI will play you. LOL. Based off of who we've seen the AI run as healthy scratches over the first couple of years of this, yeah, that's not going to happen. This won't guarantee shit. This will just guarantee that they have a little bit more trouble signing the big RFAs that they already struggle to sign. I did not think there were going to be this many players, though. Jesus, I'm in too deep. Okay, I'm in too deep. We gotta just go for it and complete the meme. That is what we do here. So there we go. Those are all the RFAs. For UFAs, goaltender Lucas Dostal is tied for the highest overall with Devin Levi of Buffalo Sabres fame, of course. In terms of prospects, I mean, we could kind of use another goalie. I mean, Dylan Garand's not it. There's a bunch of mediums, but honestly, I mean, hey, Tyler Brennan. Why not? Let's just see if we can get you as an AHL level goalie for a couple of years instead of the medium fringes. Defensively, there is a prospect, Leitinen. We'll throw our name into the hat for him. Currently on 20, is that 20? Yep, 20 even contract offers. Obviously, Makar, Quinn Hughes, they would be amazing. Oof, in terms of the price, though, you know? Oof, in terms of the price, and they have both developed to be incredibly well-rounded. Quinn Hughes, nope, we'll look at Cal Makar first. I mean, again, $15 million or so for like only 60 points. It's a little bit rough. That's a lot of money. It's a lot. We'll probably hold off for now. On the wing, Nikita Kucherov is out there, but again, don't really think that we need him. No prospects to be found. There might be high nines. Aha, Jesus Christ, is there high nines? We'll hold off on that for a minute. And then on the left, Liam Foudy, the top option. Any other prospects? No. And then at center, no other big prospects. Shout out to Ryan Hartman and Barrett Hayton, who are up there now. So we'll see what happens with the RFAs first. Give the AIs chance to maybe sign some of those high top 9 prospects. And if they do, cool. And if they don't, whatever. We did not get the wise man. He goes to Tampa and Boutin elects not to sign with us anyway. And Jaden Hope goes to Minnesota. So GG's. Leitinen ended up signing. Let's go back over to coaching staff. This will be a pain in the bootay. Let's see what we can do for who is out there. We'll go AHL assistant coach for Simon Boutin. McElroy, how would you like to be an AHL head coach? And for you, how would you like to be an AHL assistant instead of whatever the hell Detroit's going to make you? Let me guess, you don't want that, but I'm still going to try. So we get that scout, Mr. Banting. So Brindley accepted. Oh boy, let's just spam that button, baby. Spam that button. All right, so Elijah Rogers sticking with Detroit. Hudson sticking with the Sharks. Karki sticking with Dallas. Yep, I'm just going to stop naming people because this is going to happen. Oh, no, okay. We did get Timothy Price, the goaltender from Montreal. I don't know if we got anybody else there accidentally. We might have. The size of our market. Buddy, it's Chicago. Tucker Robinson is here. Timothy Price is here. We do not get Charlie Strammel. We do not get Brady Stanton. No. Nope. Jesus, we're not getting anybody. No. And okay, was that it? There's no way those offers are already done. Really? Did I send out that many? Pending contract 0. Huh. I think I got like 2 players out of that. Neat. Well, back to those high 9s then. And are there any left? Boy, aren't there. There's a crap load of them. Jesus. And they're all, I mean, like this guy's 22, Ciernik. I mean, they're all half decent too. Honestly, I want to see the AI fill up their team with players like that instead of us to kick it off. I mean, we already have quite the embarrassment of riches. We'll let the AI try to spread the wealth a little bit. We still have the Fantilli deal to worry about, and who knows, maybe we keep an eye on Cal McCarr and company. So, and honestly, beginning of the season, I'll do what I can to get coaches if they're still there and stuff like that, just because, yeah, I don't want to bore myself or you with scrolling through Coach Max contracts because, damn. Let's see, September 9th, we might as well just get to the beginning of the pre-season. And Adam Fantilli has not signed. So that is the first step here. Looking at RFAs, Adam Fantilli needs to sign. Preferably a 2-year deal. Worth will go 8.5. Bridge deal for Fantilli. Then you'll get a crap load of money. In terms of unsigned players, we're going to have a lot to do here too. Not in terms of goaltenders. Or defense, actually. But in terms of the forwards, we can bring over Torsten Forsberg. Marsh is with Moose Jaw. Moss is with Malmo. Let's bring Moss over. I mean, I hate that potential, but it might happen. Marty Austin's with North Bay, so we can't bring him over. Beer Colts, of course. Spurgeon. It's a bit of a tough call at that overall. I think we'll hold off. We're on 43 contracts right now. We already know we're going to have to wheel and deal a little bit. So what I want to do is set up this roster properly, and then I'll go ahead, we'll end the episode, get it ready for next season, get the coaches in, so on and so forth. And honestly, we might look to just flip Timothy Price to a team that can use him. I mean, you could argue, like, well, Drew Comesso wasn't great, was doing well in the playoffs, and then he got hurt. I don't know what to do about Price. I don't mind still rolling with Comesso. We got Emil Vinny behind him. And let's be honest, again, higher rated goaltenders, they're not worth the money in this game. Vorobiev, Schneider. Okay. Yep. So we are already due for some change here defensively. Korchinski, Vorobiev are safe, but Lashunov or Schneider. Which I think means that Braden Schneider will be on his way out. And it might be Krutel, it might be White Cloud. I actually do not know who is going to be playing that third D pair this season. But let's take a look then at what we might be able to fetch for Braden Schneider. Wenberg, Lehkonen, 2 seconds, a third, and more. Vestarainen from Minnesota with a second and a third. Stuart Skinner, Tyler Bertuzzi. Well, the only team, well, you got Winnipeg offering us Filppula, and Minnesota offering us Vestarainen. So Vestarainen isn't bad. 21.76 medium, top 4. Winnipeg offering us Filppula. Oh, it's Vestarainen for sure. Well, congratulations to the Minnesota Wild for making this trade pretty simple for us. We don't want to stunt the development, of course, of our good young prospects. So it's going to be Vestorine a second in 2029 and a third rounder in 2028 for Braden Schneider on an expiring deal. But actually, before I pull the trigger on this, just to kind of show people why I'm immediately thinking, let's just get rid of him. Again, it is a contract year for Schneider. While he is an RFA, you know, we're looking at $6 million plus for him. You could argue he's worth it. Is he going to be able to replicate that point total? You know, I mean, he does benefit us by having the badges, but at the same time, again, Lashunov has the badge as well. He is a medium elite still at 21 years old. I get some people are still just like, drop the playing with and roles thing. I like the challenge of it. I like allowing players to properly develop. So we will go to Braden Schneider, and he will be moved to his third NHL team, as he is now a member of the Minnesota Wild. So defensively, we still have to solve whether or not Krutel's the guy, and then obviously we need a shitload of depth in terms of the defense. Forward-wise is going to be a problem. Panai is apparently not ready. But Vanainen, Lukovic, Sale, who's an 82. Yeah, I mean, DeBrincat, Ness, Reichel. Then you got Barlow or Hayes. We can send down Vestorinen. Barlow or Hayes could just depend on who's better, well set up, maybe even what the return would be. And then centers, I mean, obviously, Fantilli, Bork, Haltinen, and then either Stenberg or Ludwinski. And I got to be honest, I mean, Ludwinski deserves the right to have that spot. I get it. Stenberg's not bad, but Otto Stenberg is never really going to be like the guy on this team. He was kind of usurped by other options. So genuinely, in looking at it, I think we could shop Otto Stenberg and probably Barlow, because, I mean, if he's going to be stuck on the fourth line, we might as well cash out now. We might as well and just run Gavin Hayes there or somebody else, because Barlow is not going to beat Ness on the depth chart. He's just not even Reichel, really. So pairing them together, there's no trade found. But for Stenberg, second and a third, seems to be the going rate. Unfortunately, it's not as much as I was hoping for. And I was hoping for draft picks, because who knows how good Harding is. I could bring Sam Rinzel back after all this time. There's Lemaire. Yeah, second and a third seems to be the best we could get in a trade. Right. Really quickly, to look at what certain teams have on the block. Yeah, we can discard that trade. Arizona, nothing we'd want. Boston as well, nothing we'd want. Is there anything? I mean, Rasmus Anderson, but he's the top 4. 89 overall, he's only a top 4. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Tarasenko, Barabanov. Avs looking to move on from their captain. Corson Kuhlmans. Doesn't fit, though. It'd be nice, because I don't know if they'll have the money to sign him, given they only have $1.9 million in cap space, but what are you going to do? Sam Rinzel, he's never really developed. I think we made the right choice. I don't even remember what trade that was, but looks like it was a good one. You got Matheson. Oh my God, I hate that. Ronnie Attard's a right side defender. But again, we don't really have the need to pay anybody. Biron. Daniel Biron on Florida. Wouldn't be a factor this season, which is nice. Could certainly look for him if the Panthers were offering him up. We know Nashville was offering up somebody here. Maybe not. Never mind. New Jersey looking to move on from Dougie, but he's not really a fit for us either. So yeah, I mean, pretty much take the picks if need be. Lassie Thompson doesn't really fit. Sanheim's a left side guy, so we don't need him. How the hell did Rickard Rakell have the value? Oh, Erik Karlsson, if you were just a little bit worse. A little bit worse for him. Eric Gustafson. pretty well-rounded, but how much was he making? Yeah, $5.4 million. GG's. Not a hope in hell. Not a hope in hell. Tampa looking to move on from Sergei Smirnov, so we can keep an eye out on him as well. That might be better than a second and a third. William Nylander's name is out there. Drew Doughty. Honestly, Drew Doughty would be a decent little fit for that third pair. And it might make some people sick to see Drew Doughty in a Chicago uni. And then Filppula. Yeah, so one more time then. Otto Stenberg. Otto Stenberg. I like you. I drafted you for a reason, but hey, this is what happens when other options come up. Let's go over to Florida. Were they offering that guy? They are. They are offering Biron. We'd have to take on Beekoff as well, to be honest. I'd probably edit it. We're going to take that. We're going to take that. So we do get a little bit worse, but turn back the clock a little bit. Get Biron, who's younger than Stenberg, not quite as ready. Basically took a step back, but a little bit younger. So not that bad for that particular deal. And yeah, we'll have to call up Green for the moment. We're just going to try to make this work as best we can. While we sort this team out, let's also look to move on. Whoops, I always hate how that happens. We go back, then back into the trade finder. Now we kind of know some of the names that are out there. If we can find anybody for Barlow. Tampa had that prospect. Winnipeg has that prospect. Yeah, Tampa's offering that defender, Smirnov. Why not? I don't know if he'll develop or not, but hey, it's worth a shot. So we'll send Barlow out to Tampa Bay. Still get a somewhat valuable piece back. And let's just call up Robertson really quickly. Now, the reason why I'm interested in Drew Doughty, the badges, right? The X factors. Like, that's potentially huge for us. I mean, again, he'll be a third pairing guy. He won't be overly important, but he could provide some good roster chemistry on that third pair. So Drew Doughty, they want a third round pick or this low top six forward and Moss. I think Moss was the half decent one. I think. Yeah, he is. But I got to be honest, I hate that potential. I'm going to do this. We are going to pick up Drew Doughty for the season because rather than looking at the free agent list, I genuinely think he's probably the best option for us at this stage. I mean, if we look, goaltenders, I mean, nobody crazy available, obviously. And we do still have to sort that out. Defensively, I mean, you have the RFAs there, but UFAs, it would have been Drew Hellison, somebody along those lines. So why not go out and get a Drew Doughty, who we know has an ability and can help out just a little bit more? Are those high nines still available? A lot of them are. The younger ones of the bunch. Well, yeah, the younger ones of the bunch. It's all 24 and up, so we're actually looking okay there. So one more deal to make, as far as I know. I want to see what we could get for price. And if it's worth it. Second and a third from Edmonton. Second and a third from New Jersey. Let's send him out to New Jersey. Why not? Eastern Conference team. I'm good with it. Again, he might have been worth it. We literally just signed him as a free agent and flipped him for a second and a third. So it's like New Jersey essentially offer sheeted him, is how I view it, except we benefit, which is great. So goaltending, we're pretty much set. We're going to sign a fifth goalie. Our NHL level defense is now set with Drew Doughty on the team. And we do have to sign a couple of other people. But this team is taking shape. And again, no Jason Robertson this year. But I do think we could surprise some people. There's going to be all the medium fringe starters in the world. Let's just look for a veteran. Because we're not going to... not that one. We could look at Jake Allen, Markstrom, Christers... Oh, Montas Armalise. Fucking supermodel on the side. Damn it. Did you ever just see someone and you're just like, fuck you. Get to be that handsome. Like, goddamn. Like, hey, I've done okay for myself in life. I have a woman who's going to marry me. I don't know how that happened. This son of a bitch just coasting through life. Coasting. I'm signing him. Fucking handsome son of a bitch. Defensively, we do know that we do need to sign a few people. Again, all those high sixes were gone. So we'll do the same thing that we did last year, sign some veterans. TJ Brody is perfect as a dual position. Also has an ability, which was shut down. Anybody else with an ability? Again, Gudis would have had truculence, but he doesn't start off as a high enough rating. Or potential. Yeah, there's pretty much nobody else. It looks like they're going to have an ability. Anybody? Anybody at all? Nathan Beaulieu doesn't have an ability? Are you kidding me? All right, yeah, nobody else does. Cool. Cool. Back to the top. We'll bring in Radko Gudas anyway, just so he can hit people. It'll be fun. Well, let's get that Fantilli deal done and dusted. Let's do it. Armalise signs, Gudas signs, Brody signs, Fantilli signs. Thank you. And one more look. One more look. So goaltending. Comesso, Vinny, Brennan, Vikman, Armalise. Defensively, Vorobiev and Jones, Lashunov, Korchinski, Dalmastro, Doughty, Krutil, and a couple other guys in the system. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could go with one more depth defenseman to play it safe. And then forward-wise, I mean, we're still looking pretty stacked. Still, we are going to need a bit of a cap whale, though. So, one more defender to really shore things up. Give me the first dual position, which is Radim Shimmick. And forward-wise, it could be Logan Couture. I mean, he's still. Ooh, Scott Sabourin to punch faces. Yes, please. Scotty Sabourin, come on down. For $18.5 million. A little bit less than that, but totally worth it to bring in Sabourin, become cap compliance. There he is, and there we go. So that put us on, I believe, 47 contracts, was it? Yes, it is. We are cap compliance, and we are good to see what this team's going to look like finalized. So Comesso and Vinny, Vorobiev, Korchinski, Dalmastro, Jones, Lashunov, Doughty. And from there, Shimmick can get the call up. He'll be the healthy scratch. On the right, Vanainen, Lukowicz, Sale. Could call up Panayi if needed. DeBrincat, Ness, Reichel, Hayes. Bork. Haltonen could play the right. And then Sale on the fourth line. Where is... Fantilli's still in the minors. There we go. Fantilli, Bork, Haltonen, Ludwinski? I mean, we could play Green. Could play Panayi. I mean, Ludwinski on the third line, honestly, he earned it last year. Not that I want to play Sale on the third line. I mean, it might be worth getting rid of him before his value starts to tank. It really does seem like it's down to Haltonen or Sale. It does. And then even then, Haltonen's going to be playing the wing. Right? Get Ryan Green in there, who isn't really good at much. He's just kind of there. Colborne, Biron. Josh Hull did not make the NHL squad for this season. And there's Tucker Robinson. Also not exactly a specialist. Colborne has good physicality. Sternborg has good physicality. Kind of what that fourth line needs. You know, take out Robertson and Green. Sternborg gets the call up. Fantilli, Bork, Ludwinski, Sternborg. Right side, Haltonen, or Vanainen, Lukowicz, Haltonen. And maybe even call AJ Greer back up and move on from Sale. We really don't need that fourth line to be younger players who just aren't going to make it. Which right now is what it's shaping up to be. And honestly, Florian Jackeye can get the call up and be our depth forward at the NHL level. So really quickly, just to see what other bit parts we can get, recoup some value. Edward Sale. Second and a third. Again, will look to be the going rate. We are seeing that pretty consistent. Ooh, there we go. 2 second-round picks from the Rangers, 2 from Ottawa. That's a decent little return. We will send Sale out to Ottawa just because we've already done plenty of business with the Rangers. Although if they offer the same thing again here in a moment, I will not be upset. When I say here in a moment, who am I talking about? I have no idea. I don't, because we're good. We're good. We're fine. So one last look. I hope we are finally set. And I think we are. We can run a bit of a weaker fourth line. It's cool. Again, line chem, I will find the coach that best matches up to see if there is a little bit more we can get out of this. But that is the team at the moment. And again, Paul Ludwinski, he played very well in the playoffs. He deserves that spot. And obviously, you can kind of see where in the team, like, oh, trade deadline, let's get better. But like I said, I mean, look at that top 6. We lost Jason Robertson. That top 6 is still gross. And then Vorobiev, Jones, Korchinski, Lashunov, Del Mastro, and Doughty might have negative chemistry. We'll see. See if I can fix that with a coach. And then Comesso and Vinny, Shimek and Jack-Eye are there. The AHL as well. We'll also have to try to find the best coach for the job. But Tyler Brennan will be the starter this year. And looking at the team, we could get Smirnoff in. Does Gouda still hit like a truck? Not really. He's gotten old. We'll get Smirnoff in there. Leightonen's already there. None of these guys are actually ours. So that is perfect. Again, hopefully I can find a coach that fits the chemistry a little bit better. And then forward-wise, God, in terms of optimizing this, we got Forsberg and Campagna as low elites. Tohilo is a medium bottom 6, so we'll look to drop him down. Savoy is a medium 9. So he's lined up there with Robertson. We'll put Robertson ahead of him. Panayi is a medium top 6 with an ability, so he goes above Biron. Colborne and Panayi kind of evened out. Vesterainen's a medium top 6 without an ability, so he'll go behind Biron because he's a higher overall. Roulette, high 9, so he'll be above Robertson, I think, was a medium 9. Yeah. Green, high 9, excuse me. So he'll be ahead of Roulette. And then Hull is obviously top line material. So we'll have Hull at center. Hopefully find a coach that works out well for that particular line. Second line, Biron's a slightly better center, but Colborne has quick draw. We can do that for the third line, and then Robertson, Savoy, and Tohila. Tohila is actually a pretty good centerman. So Sabarin's there if we needed the face puncher. Novikov, who is just, unfortunately, unlike the other low elite option, is just never taken off. We can take out Tohila, though, as a medium bottom 6. We'll bring in Novikov. And honestly, maybe we do put Novikov on that higher line again. Let's drop Roulette down. Panayi, Colborne, Biron. Biron would get dropped. So it certainly shakes things up a bit to try and benefit Novikov. It's not looking likely, but we can give it a shot. And all things considered, I think that's kind of what the team will look like. Like I said, I will find a coach who is as good of a fit for these lines. Again, I care more about the lines and making sure, especially in the AHL, that the most valuable players in terms of potential are boosted up. But while it has us listed as a seller, I'd like to think we could do it again. If only we had a banner raising ceremony to look at coming up, EA. But we don't! Because you don't have those anymore. Because you hate me. You hate every fiber of my being, and I don't know why. All I do is try to love you. Why don't you love me back? Why? Yeah, I'll see you all next time.